Today is an important day because we're about to push off. We've spent the winter in Opua in the far north of New Zealand overwintering, and we've been very comfortable here. We've met a lot of really neat people, made some friends, and it's a bit sad to leave, to be honest, but we've got a really exciting month ahead. Just be out around the Bay of Islands enjoying the beautiful bays, anchoring out. We've provisioned for a month. So our little goal is not to have to go ashore necessarily to get any supplies. We've got our water tanks are full, so we've got 600 litres of fresh water plus another 20 jerry can. We've got our rain catcher, so we're going to try that out, supplementing our water supply. Our diesel tanks are full, so we've got 160 litres of diesel, which will be more than enough for what we're doing. Yeah, our freezer's full. We've fully stocked. We've used the pressure cooker and cooked up meals in advance, and it's been, I guess, just an exercise in practicing provisioning, thinking ahead and putting it all together. The boat's really good. It's probably the best it's ever been, quite frankly. We've just put so much time and money into it over the last 12 months, and it's ready to go now. So we've got, our almost kilowatt of solar here, so we can have our freezer running full time, refrigeration no problem at all. So we're well and truly self-sufficient, and now it's time to go and try it out. So let's go do it.
I wanna be on the water, glide on blue sea. Feel the wind blowing, fly like a bird, be set free. Will you take my hand and protect the land? Surf on the breeze with me, yeah. Te Tāiko, 3 years of climbing. Te Tāiko, come rain or shining. Te Tāiko, drift in the orange sun. Te Tāiko, is the only one.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city light. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car. Leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand?
Okay, I'm gonna drop the pack, okay, Vic?
Okay.
Stand by.
Take my hand.
It's 10.
Okay, I'm gonna come forward to see you.
Pack our bags and get in that car. Leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open Yeah, the countryside is so pretty with the wind blowing in.
So it's the morning after the night before we left the marina, and it was such a calm night last night. It was amazing. There's a big high pressure at the moment, so getting a little bit more settled weather, but it was interesting. Had a good sail coming from the marina, or motor sail because there's no wind, into Assassination Cove here, and all was fine, but it was so calm that we didn't really get to sleep. It's been a long time since I've been out on anchor. It's been, gosh, about 6 months. So even though it was calm, the tide was slapping the hull quite loudly. But it's been back on anchor that, you know, where you're just listening out for everything, every sound. And yeah, so it's just going to take a couple of nights for us to get back into it. Some boats have arrived and some boats are leaving. The weather today is meant to turn southwest 10 knots for a little bit of time this morning, and then north 10 knots I think, and then tomorrow it's going to get up to 20 knots. So Adam's picked a really good spot for us. It's just beautiful around here. So even though we're facing the wrong way at the moment, tomorrow, this is all, he's planned this all for tomorrow with the wind. And if you can see on the rock there's a heron on the rock, so it's just such a beautiful spot, you know, and look at it, just glassy. And these boats were in here last night and they're just leaving, and it's just absolutely, oh, a bit of sunshine coming your way, just glassy. So we've got quite good conditions for a few more days, and we might stay here a little bit longer, but this anchorage has just got so many options depending on the direction of the wind and good holding. But we'll see, because next week the Met Service is forecasting a disturbed front over the Tasman Sea, westerly, so I'm not really sure what a disturbed front means, but I know there'll be a definition of it somewhere, so I'll have to look that up. But yeah, we're happy. So yeah, like I say, it's just going to take a couple more days to settle in on anchor again. And it's been really cool because you know, you open up the curtains and there's no one looking back at you in the marina. It's quiet. The boat's not being tugged in every direction. Every place has its pros and cons, you know. The marina has its pros over winter, and then there's cons, of course, and then being out on anchor has its major pros, but there's also cons in New Zealand. So no, we're happy. So we're going to make a cup of coffee. I can hear Adam doing that now, and get some work done today. It's gonna be hard, but we have to get some work done. But just one more view. Look at this, one more look. There's the heron coming into the water, and it's just such a beautiful morning. I think Taiko's feeling quite proud, happy to be out of the marina like all of us are, you know. And yeah, and look at that, some fish jumping. We're just so lucky in New Zealand, you know, when the weather's good, it's just really, really good. Oh, there he goes. So the other thing I was just going to say quickly was there's been these two little swallows, probably because we're quite close to shore, that have been hanging around the boat, Mr. and Mrs. Swallow. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that, because they landed on the solar panels and they've been hanging around the sail bag and of course on the lifeline. So we just need to keep an eye on that and make sure that they're not looking for somewhere to build a nest, because it wouldn't be good for all involved. So if they're around, we're just going to have to discourage that today, so we'll see how that goes.
Here in a place called Assassination Cove in the Bay of Islands.
Assassination.
Assassination? Because there was an assassination here. Yeah, there's a story behind it.
In the 1700s?
1700s, French guy. So yeah, we're here in these turquoise waters.
Yep.
On the lookout for wildlife.
Meant to be a good few days out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So we're hoping some dolphins.
Some dolphins. I'd like an orca or two actually. I know it's not everyone's favourite. There's certainly stingrays here, so
Yeah.
come on in.
Nice.
See you
So
guys.
anything from the skipper's log that you want to remind people of? Just inform people of?
Check out the website. So there'll be regular entries from the skipper on what's been happening. So yeah, if you're interested in boating and anchoring and sailing and stuff, check it out.
Sailing.
Te Tāiko.co.nz.
Just been hanging out in a small bay called Te Bay, or also known as Assassination's Cove or Bay. I'm wanting to see out some really strong northerlies that we forecast, and Adam picked a really good spot here for the northerlies, and we hardly felt it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we've just been sitting parallel to the prevailing wind because we've got a 60-metre hill behind us, and we anchored quite close. We're about 60 metres off the shore, so we didn't feel any of the prevailing wind. It was just the stuff that was wrapping around the corners, and so it was a bit weird because we had a lot of lee shore, but it was always just 10 knots of wind, something like that, 10 or maybe 15 once or twice, but very sheltered and deep mud too, so good holding.
Yeah, so it was quite interesting because like Adam said, it was a lee shore, so it was a bit nerve-wracking, but it's only 10 knots like Adam said, so hardly felt it. So our plan is the wind is changing what direction?
Well, it's westerly at the moment apparently, although it's hard to tell where we are, but it's westerly and it's going to go southwest this evening, so yep.
Yeah, so we're just going to change anchorage just to get a different point of view and just be more sheltered from the southwesterly. So we're just going to have our morning cup of coffee and then move the boat over to that anchorage. So at the moment we're just here in Te Bay, and now we're just going to go all the way around to a place called Jack's Bay and anchor there tonight, and then we're going to be off in the morning again to another place. So if you ever want to sail around the Hauraki Gulf in Northland, this is the book to buy. It is a fantastic book and gives you all the places that you can take safe harbour.
Okay, give it a burst in forwards. first. Bit of clay on there, muddy, shelly mud, sweet. Bye bye Assassination Cove.
Mr. Swallow on sailbag.
They're coming with, if they are.
So Adam had me move the boat over. I mean, it wasn't a big deal, it was only a nautical mile and we're just going around the corner really, but I've never really been responsible for anchoring. So part of Skipper's boot camp is he wants me to learn to anchor. So we've done that. How did I do?
You did well. It's not far, but it's a process. It's important.
It's a
And you did well.
Now we're in this beautiful anchorage.
Yeah, Jack's Bay.
By mooring field. Yeah,
So we're lucky to be here.
we are. Done a check of Mr. and Mrs. Swallow. They don't appear to be in the sailbag, so
That's good.
either they'll pop up and we'll be surprised, or they'll be surprised when they return and there's no boat.
These are the resident swallows that have moved in the last anchorage, so we didn't want to take them as stowaways.
Yeah, and there'd be misunderstandings.
Yeah. So shall we have some breakfast?
I think so.
Okay.
One of the things we do regularly on Te Tāiko is air our squabs, because if you sail you'll know that there isn't a space below the squab, so condensation can build up and mould, so we like to regularly air the squabs. I want to take this opportunity to just put the squab out in some direct sunlight, hoping that it'll dry it out and kill whatever's in there.
Pretty good.
Yeah, so we're going to take it out. This is one of our favourite places to be on the boat. Nice little tucked in corner.
This will make the locals really happy.
Hey?
This will make the locals that are...
Hang on, let me come closer. What's your little piece of advice?
I just think that me hanging all my bedding up on the Genoa sheets really high will make all the people that are really happy, like they'll be like, oh at last someone's come along to hang me washing up. And a beautiful view.
Yeah,
But
that's
we've
true.
all got to do our thing, right?
We've all got to live.
We've all got to have dry sheets.
Yeah.
We don't mean any harm.
You do realise your duvet is sliding down. I just wonder,
We need something to secure it all.
yeah, I just wonder if we should close this hatch,
Why?
because the sheets are covering it and boom! It'll be like when you fell in the forepeak.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you mean your trip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the sheets,
Yeah.
I just think safety wise we just
Like a-
close
like a
it.
man trap.
Yeah,
It's a man trap.
that's right.
It's a man eater. Oh.
Ah,
Okay.
there we go.
We need some pigs or something.
Yeah, so if, listen though,
Maybe even a bit of thread, well, a bit of line we could just tie.
so I'll go get the pig.
Yeah. Maybe there's some thread in the chart table thing, because I don't think a peg's going to go on here.
Well, how are you going to do 3?
I'll just tie a knot on, tie it. Easy.
Make me laugh. But let's
Maybe
see
also
how
some
this
out of that
goes.
Dry locker, there's some line for hanging up.
Okay. Alright. Let's see how this goes.
To give you further instructions.
Yeah. You mean to come micromanage
Oh, it
me?
always feels good.
To micromanage me?
Yeah. Come on.
Okay. You go first then.
Well, it's going to be good getting into bed with nice fresh sheets.
I wouldn't call them fresh, I'd just call them dry. Wouldn't you? Let's not get carried away.
It's actually quite true. It's actually quite true. See, look, there's all this line there.
Oh yeah, and then now what are you going to do with that?
I'm going to tie this stuff on, tie each thing on the up slope side. So that'll be okay, won't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Please you identified the man trap.
Yeah, I just think it will be another case of you disappearing. Like you did in the forepeak and no one noticed.
That was head first too.
Yeah, you went head
That
first.
was actually head first.
And no one noticed.
I'm so grateful it was a soft
And by no one I mean me.
It was
He had to crawl out and come and tell me that he had fallen in the forepeak. I didn't even notice he had disappeared. Yeah. I'll promise to be more aware if there was a more serious thing like a man overboard. Yeah. A few boats out there already, sailing out there. You can see 1, 2, 3 sails. All we now need is for this to end up in the drink, eh?
Is it what?
In the water. Okay, so hang on, let's get an up close of Skipper's version of tying up laundry.
Oh, there's nothing special about what I'm doing.
Yeah, let's see. I think there is. I think most people use these things called pegs.
Do they have giant pigs?
Oh, they
They'd be
might
like
do.
barbecue tongs to do this, to be frank.
Very nice, Adam, well done. It's just such a stunning location, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, I think it'll be good. If it gets windy, I'll still come and check it. Could you pass me that other bit of line, please? Try wrong with that direction.
Strong northerlies too now. Just another beautiful day.
Yeah. Quite nice, eh?
Yeah,
Nice little sailing breeze out there, actually.
I know.
We have all the sail up in this and
Yeah,
plonk along.
so we're going to set off tomorrow. What's your plan for us tomorrow?
We're gonna put the sail up on the anchor, put the mainsail up,
Yeah,
and then
mainsail or head sail?
the mainsail up
Yeah.
on the anchor, and then we'll have to have the motor on to get the anchor up, and then we should be able to sail out of here.
Yeah.
And I'd like to sail all the way out to by Te Tāiko Point, but just the wind direction looks perfect for that.
A bit of a downwind.
Yeah. Okay. do. A couple of rolling hitches there.
What about this side?
Yeah, I've got some spare line. Just be aware that there's a spare line, don't trip over on it.
Okay.
In fact, I think that's another man trap. I think that's okay.
Okay.
It's just gonna. It looks okay, eh?
Yeah. Well, it does to us. Can't say how it looks to everyone else.
Yeah, at least it matches our canvas work.
Yes, Adam has a thing for blue. So, look at the top.
Come on, let's go.
Join us next time as we tie up to a mooring board to see out a low pressure system. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and remember to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Please leave us a comment, we love hearing from you. From the crew of Te Tāiko, thanks for watching and see you next time.